Hit start. Okay. And we have adults this time. Look at all the adults.
Just gotta read the cards.
Yep. Wow. Okay. Okay.
What destroys nations? Is it war? Is it corruption in the government? Is it plague or terrorism? No. It is a destroyed economy. A bad economy cannot support any nation. The citizens starve, the armies defect, and the pillars of society crumble into dust. But tariffs and embargoes are constantly levied in the name of economic protection. However, tariffs break the economy that they're supposed to bolster, and embargoes destroy the relationships that a nation should cherish. My name is Joseph Simone, a Foundation for Economic Education alum, and I'm here to speak out against the new tariff against Chinese metals. Economists for Protection Against Foreign Goods claim that tariffs help the economy in the following ways: the creation of domestic jobs and the raising of revenue, and for defense. However, protection is a misnomer. It's either misguided or it could show malicious intent. They make the claims of the good of America on the following grounds. They claim that if we were to put a tariff on Chinese steel, as has been made recently by the president, that American steel would have new industry for new employment. However, the problem with this was discovered in 18th century France. Frederick Bastiat, in his book, The Law, noted the following. When the French government imposed a tariff on the import of Belgian iron. Thus, the new tariff has resulted in this. The protected industry now makes a high profit to which it is not justly entitled. The average French citizen has been duped out of 5 francs by his government and must therefore do without the article or service he would have bought with it. One segment of the economy has profited at the expense of many others. True enough, because of the artificial price increase, new jobs have been created in the industry, which has been protected by the state. But what is not seen is the fact that extra money now spent for iron must necessarily result in reduced spending for all other products and services, and thus fewer jobs in those industries exist. Worst of all, people have been encouraged to believe that robbery is moral if it is legal. We can transpose this to today. While yes, the Rust Belt can come back into action due to the restriction on the import of Chinese metal, but other American industries require these metals to survive and to put out their product at a profitable rate. The gain of the Pittsburgh steel worker is the loss of the Detroit auto assembly. This helps the economy in no way. It makes iron, instead of a necessity, or steel or an aluminum, this matter, instead of a necessity, it might become a luxury. The middle Americans must pay more for it, and the poor Americans cannot afford it at all. Tariffs have also been imposed in order to raise money, such as the whiskey tariff in our country, 1789. However, to make revenue of a tax always has repercussion and backlash, mostly in that citizens have little control in what their government spends the money on. The left would be shocked to find that their tariff money is spent on wars that they do not support. The right would be shocked to find that their tariff money is spent on social services that they do not support. Congressional spending is unregulated, and congressional salaries are outstanding. To use tariffs to generate revenue is folly. The last and most insidious argument for a tariff is a tariff for defense. They do claim, the protectionists, that a tariff would shore up our economy in the event that our trading partners, such as China, would go to war with us. However, this neglects that tariffs and embargoes destroy our relationship with other countries, and that trade can foster peace. Let us not forget that a tariff on tea is what made our country to begin with. Let us not forget that we caused an oil embargo in Japan in the days before World War II, and for it they bombed our harbor. After World War II, we can use Japan as an example again for the benefit of free trade. We've been trading with them, and now war between us is unthinkable. Our cultures have mingled and they've become richer. The Japanese play baseball now, and Americans watch Japanese film. The difference in our wealth and the difference in our culture has shrunk. Trade can create peace. Trade creates wealth and prosperity. It is only logical that the opposite of tariff and embargo creates the opposite of peace, creates the opposite of wealth, and creates the opposite of prosperity. And it is of utmost importance that we must always let trade be free, lest we starve or die in war. I find neither of these to be acceptable, and so also tariffs and embargoes are unacceptable. Thank you.